hope that you had a wonderful week and you figured out your shade match and your skin undertone. Now we want to talk about brows. Here we go. Okay, you need to groom them. And I use a lot of different types of brow product, and that's where beauty subscriptions come in handy because you get to try them before you buy them. Now, my brows are basically 90s brows because it was the thinner the better. Now, you've got to trim them. You may need to use, if you have really thick brows, tweezers to pluck and shape them. And you may need a brow gel to keep them in place. Now, as far as my brows, I've got to fill them in. They look like this on an everyday basis. I like to use a brow pencil. I like to use a few different products. What we're going to do is we want to outline the brow. Now, here's my nose. My brow should start right there. People will push in their nose and start their brows here. Now, if your nose ends there, that's great. That'll work for you. But if it doesn't, not going to work. It's going to be too much here, and you don't want that. Okay, it's not going to even look natural. So here we start, and I can put a little line, right? That's where my brows need to start. My poor brows. Gosh. Okay, I'm going to start at the tail end. And I'm going to line right where that hair is. Not really underneath it, right where it is. And I'm going to start to fill in a little bit. And then I want to see the shape that I want my brow to go. And my brow kind of goes like that. I can change the shape of my brow if I want to, but in reality, that's my brow. That's the direction it's going right now. Years of plucking and everything else, yeah. That takes a toll, girls. So be careful. And then if you wax, not all of it comes back. Right at the edge of where my hair is where I am lining. And you're going to see some bald spots. It's just going to happen. Now, what we are going to do comb them. Comb, comb, comb. We see where we need to fill in, right? I have discovered this eye method pen that creates little hairs, and I like it. You want to store it in a downward direction. This is what it looks like. Can you see? Get this out of my hand. I want to use it in a different direction for each brow. But here's what I'm going to do. See where that line is at? I'm going to take this and gently go up and create hair-like strokes. And then I'm going to gently go in the direction of my brow to create more hair-like strokes. And it's not going to be complete yet. I have to let it dry, and then I'm going to use another brow product. So I'm going to do my other brow off camera, so this video is not super long. My brows a little bit. So when you're trimming your brows, you want them to stand up. Go in that opposite direction and see which ones are out of place. And then you're gently going to take a very nice pair of scissors made for the brows, and you are going to clip them into a nice little fine looking line. Okay, so now at this point, do I say so now a lot? I think I do. I had to do this brow with my other hand, which I'm so not used to, and it's so annoying. And I got this tiny little bit up here that doesn't want to come off. So I'm going to have to take a makeup wipe, because I used the other side of the eye method, and I'm going to have to get rid of that. And I did. And that was easy. And that's fine. That should be enough foundation and concealer to take care of that. Okay. So I've made the lovely little hairs like I wanted to. And now I'm going to take Iconic London Brow Cushion, which is basically a wet sponge. This also came in Boxy Luxe, and I love it. It gives you this tiny little brush with it. You can use that one if you want. This is what it looks like. I'm using the lighter color, and I'm starting at the tail end of my brow. And I am filling it in with color, and at the end, I flick it up. And then I look to see if I've missed anything. Now don't worry if they're not perfect, because you can clean it up with concealer. Like, don't get all freaked out about it. Going in the direction of the hair. Fill this in. And this stuff is like paint almost. Like, it really stays on, just so you know. Okay, I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to clean it up with some concealer. Okay, here's what we're going to do. It's more this eye than that one. And to be honest with you, because my eyebrows are not the same. I have more hair on one than I do on the other. I want to add a little bit of color to this one before I get in there with the concealer. Just to kind of make them look more even. Watch how I apply it too, because I go in a line, but I also kind of flick it up so it looks more natural. Okay, that is definitely much better. Gosh, I wish my eyebrows would just go in the way that I want them to. I envy you ladies who have perfect eyebrows. Okay, so now I have a brush that has nothing on it. It's actually a Tetris brush. And for concealer, that's really all we need. I'm taking the one that matches my face, and I'm just gonna go over this, and I'm gonna use what's on my lid as needed and pull it up. It's just gonna make it look nice and clean, is what it's gonna do. No lines, no nothing. And I always pull it down because it makes it look so much better. And you can take what you have left on the brush and go over the top part. I am a medium with pretty much everything in my brow, but you do and you can find the right brow pencil and the right stuff at Ulta or Sephora. And you can filling out a profile too. You know, go with what your hair color is and figure it out that way. That's really it for the brow tutorial. This is how I do my brows. They're filled in. So find out what color you should use, which brand has your color. It could be drugstore, it could be high-end, it could be whatever it is, and try and get that color. And then we will figure out your shape. And if you need an arch, where the arch should be. Some people create them and they don't need them. I just kind of like to, it depends on the day. Sometimes I will make the arch a little higher just for a little more definition, but this is how my brows usually look. I do have one eye higher than the other, so it is always a chore for me to get even eyeshadow and an even brow, but your eyebrows are never going to be twins. Sisters maybe, don't worry about twins. That's it for this week. Thank you so much for joining this video. If you want to go ahead and watch me get into color, pick another video. I love you guys so very much. I'll see you soon.